Oh, caught a hand.
Hey guys. Sorry about that hand there. Trying to get the camera all set up so we can get going here. We've got a little helper with us today.
It's our 100th live feed.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice that. This is our 100th? We've done 100 of these?
Yeah, you say we never go live.
I kind of feel like we never go live. I don't know.
We go live. We've gone live 100 times, you guys. That's
Since
cool.
when, though? That's what I want to know. That's over years.
No, they've just recently started doing Facebook Live.
Hello, did you get a treat from Mama?
Oh.
Okay, come here. Come and see Daddy. Okay.
Hi,
All
guys.
right. So, here's the deal, guys. We wanted to do some more Q&As, which we always say we're going to do more of, and then it never happens because we run out of time. So, we had a little time today. I told Ashley we're doing a Q&A. Whether you want to or not, we're doing it today. So, we made time. I put up a post on a few of our social media platforms, and you guys started asking some awesome questions. So, this is why we're doing it. We get a lot of these all the time through our messages, through our emails, through our posts, and we try and answer as many as we can. And honestly, we don't get to all of them. So that's why we wanted to do a live feed today. We didn't plan on this one being awake though. Ash and I were gonna hammer through some questions, but we have a helper today. So
This is Evie Bear.
she's gonna field some questions if that's okay. I'm sure you guys won't mind. But all the other sissies are having a nap. And Evie's just getting some one-on-one time with Mom and Dad.
She fell asleep, but Scarlett was awake, and Scarlett was squawking and screaming and woke her back up, and then Scarlett went to sleep.
And then Evie was up because she'd taken her 15-minute cat nap. So you guys know how that goes, right? Have you guys also noticed that, when you just get one child alone, it's so much different than having all your children together? She's so mellow and so sweet and just this. When she's alone, and then when she's with the other girls, it's she has to be Charles in charge, pushing them around, telling them what's going on. So it's so funny to me because she's just so sweet when she's all by herself. But anyways, I'm trying. I see all you guys' name: Tosh, Jeanette, Becky, Jenny, Nicole. Thank you so much for hopping on. We're gonna jump right into some questions, and if you guys have any others, just shout them out here. We'll try and grab them from there. And from the post that I put up earlier, there's so many good ones. But one that I've noticed that's been asked so commonly, and I don't have 100% answer for, is if the girls would have been all boys, what would we have named them?
You guys, it's a good thing they weren't, because we could not decide on one name. Not even one.
We had a list of boy and girls' names, and our girls' names list was way longer, which obviously worked on our favor. But for the boy list, I think the only ones that I can remember really that were on there that were legitimate were Grayson and Bryant. Grayson is a name that Ashley's loved forever, and Bryant is my dad's name, and so we wanted to incorporate that somewhere. So as far as boy name goes, though, those were the only two really that I can remember that were on the list that we were seriously talking about. Is there any other ones you could remember that were on the list?
Honestly, I can't remember any. Seriously, boy names were so hard for us.
Isn't it so good that we had all girls?
They were so hard.
All right, I'm going to jump down here to some other questions. Okay, so this is one that I think is important, especially with the girls being preemies. Do the girls have any delays or get any therapies from being born so early? Great question, because most of the time preemies, these are things you run into, and our doctors warned us of this from day one, that hey, we might run into this. They might have a problem with their eyes. They might have a problem with their speech. This, that, and all the variables that we covered. But honestly, we've been so blessed. All of our girls have really exceeded their benchmarks, and they've been doing excellent. And we testify that back to God and them being miracles. And, I mean, really, that's the only answer we have, because with them coming so early and being a high-risk pregnancy and being quadruplets, yes. There were a lot of things that our doctors were having us look for, but none of them ever came to be, and so we just feel really blessed. But I think that's a great question, because so many other multiples we've seen, them run into certain problems, and so we just feel so blessed that we haven't yet. So great question, though. This one gets asked all the time, on pretty much all of our posts. It comes up with pretty much any conversation. I'm going to let Ashley actually address it. Are you going to homeschool the Durrells?
No.
So this one is tough for us as a couple.
Tyson wants to homeschool.
We have differing opinions on this, and Ashley kind of makes fun of me. She calls me a helicopter parent.
It's a little bit of a helicopter.
But we have differing opinions on this, and so I don't know if we can really give an honest answer right now because I kind of feel. Let
me give you an honest answer because I can give you an honest answer. This guy is crazy. The idea of homeschooling them
this guy
sounds
is crazy.
You're crazy. Sounds great to him, not to me. But he is not thinking exactly what that entails. That is a lot of work. Like, props to you moms who homeschool. Like, that's awesome. But one, we run 4 different businesses from home. I do not know where on earth he would find time to homeschool because heaven knows I can't do it. I can hardly do my times tables. So he would have to be the one to do it all. And I just don't see that being something that we could honestly be able to do with all that we do at home. 4 businesses takes up a lot of time and, you know, we're going to need to send the girls to school. That's my thoughts on it.
Ashley makes a great point, and I'm sure that as that time nears, we're gonna sit down and talk about it.
It's a great idea. And the second it's gonna come, they're gonna stop taking naps, and the second they stop taking naps, they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, when do they go to school?" That's what's gonna happen.
We'll see what happens. Great question, but that's one we're still discussing. So I'm gonna leave it at that. So, okay, here's another one. Do we both cook a lot of the meals, or does one of you tend to cook more than the other?
Okay, that's hilarious because I'm literally on Pinterest looking up recipes for dinner tonight.
Also, is there a lot of meal prep for the cooking that goes into a week? So, I feel like earlier in our marriage, like I cooked a lot more than Ashley. I enjoyed it.
He's a good cook, and he likes to do it, and I hate it.
It's true, but I feel like now since the girls have come, we really kind of share that responsibility, and so. Ashley's gotten really great at cooking several meals.
Better.
She's getting awesome. And she does several meals now that we all really love. And then there's a lot of staple meals that I've done that we really love and that the girls enjoy as well. So coming from a big family, I'm the oldest of 10. I mean, I was used to cooking all the time. And I was used to cooking bigger meals that would feed lots of people. So it's kind of benefited us now because I can still cook some of those meals like a casserole or a roast and potatoes, something like that, which will have a nice dinner, and then, you know, we can have leftovers the next day, and the girls really enjoy those foods. So, but it's been good. We split that pretty much down the middle, and thankfully, because with the task that you're doing with 4 kids, it's kind of good to mix things up. You don't want to get stuck just doing one thing over and over and over again. And I think that's kind of what keeps us sane sometimes is mixing it up like that. Her cooking one night, me cooking the other, me doing laundry, her folding the laundry, you know, just mixing it up a little bit because we need to keep our sanity, you guys.
Also, I just ordered an Instant Pot off Amazon, and I'm really excited to try that out because I hear it, like, makes cooking really fast, which is what we need. So, if any of you guys have any cool Instant Pot recipes, let me know. I'm a little scared to try it out.
We're so excited for that one. Our sister, or Ashley's sister, my sister-in-law has that. And she was just telling us, like, she just cooked this awesome chicken meal the other day in, like, 20 minutes. So
and the chicken was frozen.
We're pumped to try it out.
That's
so
cool.
Hopefully everything goes well and the girls like those meals. Okay, serious question that we're getting to that has come up a ton lately. Do you need another treat? She might need another treat, Mama. You want to go get a treat? Mama get you a treat. This one has been coming up a lot, especially with the last vlog that we did. Well, a couple vlogs from Esme, digging in her diaper, talking. So basically tons of questions coming in about potty training.
You guys, I ordered their potties yesterday off Amazon.
There's the answer to your question then. We're at that point. Esme and Indy both, I think, are ready to be potty trained. They're just like so quick and ahead of things. And I think with Esme getting into her diaper, you know, she's kind of telling us, hey, I don't want this stuff sitting around too much longer. So we're going to give it a whirl. Ashley's got everything that we need as far as the toilet seat and the little trainer, the little stepping stool.
Patience.
Yeah, patience. We need a little bit of patience.
I forgot to order us some patience off Amazon.
But we're nervous and excited at the same time. We hope that everything goes well, but it's just a trial and error process, and we're going to give it a whirl with, we'll probably just start with her and Indy, then break it up and hopefully that's easier for us. And if they pick it up, great. If they don't, we'll regroup and try something else again. But excellent question.
Is this chicken still good?
Yes. The one that I cooked last night?
I don't know, it's in here.
With mashed potatoes?
Fridge.
With mashed potatoes?
It's not cooked yet.
Okay. Can we talk about that after the live feed?
No.
Yeah, so potty training, we're there, we're doing it. Yay. All right, let's get down to some other good questions. You guys had so many great questions, by the way. Okay, this one comes up all the time. How do we tell Scarlett and Evie apart? So, I mean, the easiest way, there are physical indicators, but really, Ashley and I never go off of those, and we always tell people not to, either because they're so minimal. Like, Evie has a little teeny red dot right above her left eye, just like right up here where, you'd apply eyeshadow or something. It's just teeny, teeny, tiny. And she also has a birthmark on her right knee. So, her other knee. Yeah. So, those are the two physical indicators. And we think Evie has a little bit rounder face than Scarlett, but not much. But other than that, it's strictly personality. They have completely different personalities. Like, Evie is really like, a go-getter. She's a little bit bullheaded, especially when all the girls are around. Like, if she wants something, she will take it. Scarlett's a little bit more sneaky and sly and subtle, and she usually always has a smile on her face. If you catch eyes with Scarlett and you just give her a little smile, she'll smile right back. And so there's just like little signs like that. Scarlett's also very organized. She likes to collect the same things. So if all the toys are out, she'll go and collect just the wood blocks or just the puzzle pieces. She's very organized like her daddy. Whereas Evie she'll go from one thing to the other. If one of the girls has the truck, she'll take it. If one of them has a stroller, she'll go to that. So she's kind of all over the place. But there's little things like that between their personalities that really tell you the difference between the two. But looking straight at them, honestly, our family gets them mixed up all the time. Grandparents get them mixed up. Aunts and uncles, they still...
Scarlett has like a smaller face. Evie's got more chubby cheeks. Mm-hmm. And Scarlett's got this little tiny face. So, I don't know. You probably can't tell that unless you're with them every single day or if they're side by side.
But we say that, and even when you put them side by side, I think, I can see where they get mixed up. They do look really identical. I'd say outside of Madison, I think Madison's really the only other family member that can really tell them apart. Just by looking at just by looking at them.
Everyone else does pretty good.
My mom gets them mixed up a lot, and Ashley's mom gets them mixed up a lot. So it's hard. Don't think you're alone. All right, let's grab some more questions here. Okay, what program do you use to cut and edit all of your videos?
I use iMovie.
So tell them a little bit about it.
I just use iMovie. It's on Mac. It's on my Mac, and honestly, it's the only thing I've ever used. I'm sure there's better ones out there, but that's what I learned on, and that's what I'm sticking with until I have to do anything different.
Okay, will you be introducing timeout?
Oh, we already have introduced timeout. That's already been done. We don't try and put, like, when we punish the girls and stuff like that, I'm not necessarily punish, but you know what I mean? Like, we don't put that on the vlogs because I don't want the girls when they're like 20 watching these being like, that's embarrassing that I got in trouble in front of thousands and thousands of people. Like, I don't want them to feel like that. And so the vlogs are just meant to be happy, positive, fun things, and we do the parenting stuff, in private. That's what we do. Good
answer, babe. This one get asked a lot as well. So let me just find it really quick. Yeah, this is the one I liked, actually. It's kind of a fun one. Can the girls tell each other apart? So can Indy and Esme tell Scarlett and Evie and like that? And the answer is yes. They're very smart. Like, especially Ezzy, you'll ask her, like, where's Indy? And she'll just, like, look at her. Where's Scarlett? And she'll look at her.
It's funny because Ezzy won't point. She just looks really close.
Yeah, intensely. So,
but she just runs over.
Yep. But the other girls know them, too. We'll say, hey, give that to Indy. And they'll take the toy over to Indy. And so we've worked with them a lot on this, too, as we've started noticing that they kind of already knew their sisters. And so we started working with it. We'd put them up to the pictures in the living room and say, oh, these are the sissies. Where's Indy? Where's Scarlett? And so they've gotten to be really good, and I've been blown away because I'll ask Indy and Esme the most because Scarlett and Evie we think are the most identical. So I'll ask the other set to identify one of the two, and they get it every single time. So I don't know if there's just some sort of like bond or whatever going on there, but they're so quick and they're so smart, and they really do get it. Great question though. Okay, what's your favorite? Oh, what's you and Ashley's earliest memory? Let's see. I don't know what context that's in. Like with the girls, or like ourselves.
Your earliest memory with yourself.
I remember like a couple months old.
Tyson's got a crazy weird memory.
I remember like my baby blessing and my dad holding me and my grandparents being here from Mesa, Arizona, and just like I remember like a circle of people just visiting and gathering and talking. So it's weird. I have very early memories. It's crazy, but I appreciate it. I love it. My memory is something that I cherish. Actually, we were actually having this conversation today, and Ashley said that was something I shouldn't take for granted. I never really thought about it.
It's true, because my earliest memory is what I did today at 9 a.m.
I don't think it's that bad.
Seriously, I can't remember anything ever.
Okay, Lisa, did you find a home yet? Yes, we did. We're actually, we found a builder. We found an area. We've already put the deposit on the land, and we actually have just been finishing up the floor plans. We did a little bit of customization to one of their plans, and so that's actually going to the city right now. It should be approved here in the next couple weeks, and then they're going to start digging. So we are hoping to be in our new home by this fall. I would love it if we got in there by early October before all the holidays, and we could enjoy our new house and, you know, all the holidays. You guys know I'm a crazy kook about decorating and all that stuff, so that would be so fun to get our brand new house all decked out in the fun holiday gear. So excellent question.
Is there a question in there on why do your children look like ragamuffins today?
So we spoke in a class at my college earlier this morning. This is the third time we've done that, and so the girls spent the morning with Mimi, and we were out kind of early and then back for lunch, so we haven't really got them ready for the day yet, but that's something fun. We enjoy doing things like that. We do stuff like that every so often. We'll go and speak or do lectures, or today we were speaking specifically on infertility, and so it was nice to kind of talk about something that's so close and dear to our hearts and share our feelings, and also answer questions for those who are going through it, or, you know, who just don't really know what's going on, and they you know, think that they might have it or stuff like that. And so it was really nice. It was really awesome to see Ashley up there, just like, I mean, she just like takes infertility by the hair and she just like kicks it in the face. So I mean, it's so funny watching her talk about it. It's like, yes, I have conquered this beast, and you can too. And so it's always fun for us to go and do stuff like that. But okay. Oh, this is a good one. So this is from Shauna. The girls really like to watch their shows. What shows do you play for them? My daughter is about 6 months younger than the girls, and I can sometimes hear that the shows are educational and nursery rhyme based. I would love to have my daughter watch something like that. Thanks. So, great question. We started from the beginning. They started on Baby Einstein, and we really liked that for the reason that we heard they were educational, but even as early as we started watching with them, they were musical. So, I mean, a lot of the Baby Einsteins have to deal with classical music, and so that kind of composition coming in with the girls, we've read that that's really good for children, and we've found that by showing them that, I mean, I don't know if our kids are just naturally gifted or whatever, but you know, they've really picked up things quicker and easy, and I feel like that's really helped them. And so
they have like really good tone when they sing.
They have excellent tone that you should hear Esme, like when a song comes on, she like hits every note, she knows it. And I have to give credit to Baby Einstein in those earlier shows for stuff like that, because it's really taught them, you know, music and tone and rhythm, and they're learning the words, and so they sing all the words. But you know, Baby Einstein was awesome. There's
YouTube channels.
Yeah, YouTube. We go under Super Simple Songs,
Little Baby Bum,
ABC Kids TV. And those are all, they're really like nursery rhymes. They're all musical.
There's another one.
And I'm trying to think what the other one was. Oh, it's that one that we have the disc for in the car.
Is that Super Simple?
One Potato. That's Super Simple Songs.
Okay.
Super Simple Songs, yeah. Those are the 3 or 4 best
and
ones
those
that
ones
we
are all
love.
on YouTube. You can find their YouTube
all on
channels.
YouTube. You can go on there and get as much as you want. Okay, which one is a mama's girl? Which one is a daddy's girl? I don't know. We can even answer that right now. It kind of switches.
There's been times when it's like definitely him or definitely me, and now it's kind of starting to get to the point where they're all mama's girls and daddy's girls, I think. At night, when they wake up in the middle of the night, they only want Tyson. They don't want to have anything to do with me. Makes me sad, but sometimes they just want their dad in the middle of the night and they don't want me. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, they're pretty equal between the two of us.
I think so too. Let's see, Linda, as you are a very blessed family and are a great example to especially younger couples of how to work hard, have you thought about doing seminars for couples? Thank you, Linda. That's a really awesome compliment and question. And that's kind of what we did today at the college. That's another reason we go down there and we do guest lectures, is we like to, help others who are going through what we've gone through and give them hope and inspiration and answer any questions that they have. And so me personally, I would do that all day, every day. I love it. I love to teach. I love being up in front of people. I like to talk and I like to educate people. And so Ashley's actually gotten really good at it. For someone who used to be really anxious and not want to be in front of people, like, she steals the show every single time we do it. So that's something we would love to do and do more of. And I think we should actually make time to do that. And so I'm glad that you brought that up, because it's been something that's been on the plate and I've wanted to do more of for a long time. We're lucky for the opportunities we have received. So it's been a blessing, though. Do either of you work outside of the home? Sorry, I'm reading your question off here. So this is a question that comes up a lot. I think a lot of people, maybe new people to our channel or who don't really know a lot about us, who've come in late, sometimes they get confused because they see me and Ashley at home all the time together, and they're wondering, geez, how do they support their family? They're both at home all the time. Do they ever go to work? Well,
we never stop working.
I'll just sum it up because we do have a lot of new people that have come on, especially after the Ellen show we did. We have a lot of new followers that came on. So here's how it happened. When we found out we were pregnant, I was working for a company called Blender Bottle. I was doing sales. I was in their sales department, and I traveled a lot. And when we found out we were having quads, we knew that wasn't going to work. There was no way I could be on the road as much as I was, be at my job 40-plus hours a week, and actually be at home with 4 infants that we didn't know what was going to happen with. So luckily, things worked out. Long story short, we started our own baby boutique, which was on Etsy. Most of you guys know what that is. You've shopped there. We appreciate you. We also had TLC approach us, and we've done a show with them. Season 1's already aired. It's already finished, and we're just wrapping up Season 2 right now. So we had those 2 things in place. Then we also started blogging, and we started vlogging, daily vlogging. So we do the daily videos. Those all generate income. And then recently, in this last year, last fall, Ashley started doing Lip Sense. And so that cosmetic line has also brought in another added revenue. And so really, what's that? Oh, we also do the promotions. So, I mean, you guys see us promote for companies like Minky Couture or Hello Fresh, FabFitFun. And so these are promotional companies that approach us, and we advertise for their products, and we only pick products that we use. So a lot of companies like this have come to us, but we've had to turn some away. We only pick the ones that we use here in house. If you come to our house, you'll see Minky Couture blankets everywhere. If you go in our fridge, you'll see Hello Fresh. Do you know what I mean? So all of these avenues have allowed us to stay at home. And so they've just brought a little bit to the table, each one of them, so that we can take care of our family and both be here at home with the kids. And it's been an absolute blessing. I know a lot of people don't have those opportunities, and so we don't take it for granted. We know how special it is, and we know how lucky we are.
It's definitely a special, really cool experience that we both get to be here, but it's also not easy. I think that me and Tyson tend to be like, oh, everything's great, wonderful, and happy, and, positive. And it's difficult running all of these different businesses at home with 4 different toddlers and, trying to keep up on housework and on the girls and on our business stuff. I mean, it is a constant struggle just to keep our heads above water. And it's not an easy task, but it is definitely something that we would never trade or do differently. I mean, we love that we both get to be home, and sometimes that means we're up working till 1 or 2 in the morning, but that's just part of it, and we're happy to do it because we get to be here during the day with these girls, and we don't have to miss anything. I mean, how cool is that, to be able to support 4 toddlers. Like, we would both be working 2+ desk jobs a day each out of the home, hiring nannies to come in and take care of the girls so that we could work enough jobs to support them. I mean, why not do it ourselves? We get to have the best of both worlds. I mean, we work really, really hard, and we hardly, we hardly have a minute to breathe during the day, but it is so worth it to be able to be here with these girls, and we definitely look at that as a blessing. So we have a lot of you guys to thank for that as well. I mean, you guys are the ones watching our vlogs and reading our blogs and, you know, purchasing from our Etsy shop to support our family, and, you know, purchasing from my cosmetic line to help us that way. I mean, we appreciate that. Without you guys, we wouldn't have our dream of being with our girls every day, and we thank you every day for that.
Amen. Seriously, couldn't have said it better. Ashley hit the nail on the head. By the way, I'm reading some of your comments. This is Evie. Those of you guys popping in. All the other girls are napping. Evie wanted to hang out with mom and dad one-on-one, so she's down here capturing the live feed with us. So if you guys have any questions for Evie, we could probably get her to answer it for you.
Evie.
I think she's still a little tired. She started napping. Scarlett started screaming, woke her up. So she took like a 10-minute nap. You guys know how that goes. They never go back to sleep. So she'll be grumpy the rest of the night until bedtime. We're excited about that. Okay, so this is an awesome question that Heather Goldsby asked. And I love questions like this because they come in and they're not really common ones that you see all the time. But I thought it was great. Since you've struggled with fertility and were blessed with 4 healthy, beautiful girls, is it hurtful in a sense when people make comments like, poor dad, when they realize you don't have any boys? Or maybe it'll be more noticeable when the girls are older. Would hate for those comments to make them question if they weren't wanted because of strangers' comments about poor dad, shucks, for dad not having any boys, etc. I thought this was an excellent question because we do hear that a lot, and like just out in public, you know, they'll be like, well, are they all girls, or what are they? Well, they're all girls, and they'll say exactly like, oh, sorry dad, or oh, poor dad. And I always just kind of chuckle when they say that because those are not my feelings at all. Like, I feel extremely blessed that I have all girls. I mean, I love my daughters. I wouldn't trade this situation for anything in this world or the next. So, I mean, we don't take any offense to comments like that, and we know they don't mean harm or anything like that. We never would, and I hope our girls wouldn't either. And I think that by the way that we raise them and that we treat them, they know how blessed and how loved that they are. And so I don't think that will ever be an issue. But I thought it was a great question because it does come up a lot. But just for the record, I would take girls over boys 10 times out of 10. Period. End of story.
He's the oldest of 10 kids, and 8 of them are boys. He's done with boys. He did the boy thing.
I helped raise a lot of my brothers. I was the oldest of 10. My mom had me and my sister, 7-year gap, and then remarried. So me and my sister, we were really like the next set of parents. My mom worked, my stepdad worked, and so, I mean, I dealt with boys all growing up. Holes in the wall, balls flying through the air, punches to the face, wrestling, screaming, yelling, and I'll take girls over boys any day of the week.
One more.
Let's do 2 more because there's so many questions. Guys,
start cooking dinner.
I haven't even hit half of these. You guys are awesome, by the way. Let me grab a couple good ones. Okay, this was a good one. I really like Jackie Hinnon. What has been the best experience that has been made available to you by your unique family situation? Example, TV show, Ellen, free Minky blankets.
That's pretty cool.
I'll give you my answer, and then Ashley can give you hers. But my answer to be the best, that has been the best experience that has been made available to us is both of us being in the home. That by far outweighs.
I was literally just gonna say.
Yeah, that outweighs anything. I mean, if we didn't have anything, if we didn't have our TV show, if we didn't have anything else, being in the home together, raising our children together has been the best experience by far, hands down. No questions.
I can't add to that because that's exactly what I was going to say. That's the best experience that's been made available to us is that, and then our social media family, like you guys, having the support of you guys is like amazing. Like, I know that this is like, you guys are just there for us, and I've seen it. When you have a negative Nelly get on there and start saying something horrible, you guys are like our family. You back us up. You know who we really are.
You guys get in there before we can even get in there. It's like, I'm like getting my gloves on, ready to get in the ring, and like 10 of you already in there going to town, and I'm like, this is great.
My mom monitors the comments as much as she can to kind of, because we can't monitor all of the comments. That's just a big task. But she goes in and monitors the negative ones to kind of weed them out, delete them, block those people, that kind of stuff.
Oh.
And she'll be like, I tried to get to this one, but your followers, they got to him before I did. But, just to address that really quick, I mean, the negative people, we don't pay any attention to that, and we don't, expect you guys to either. I mean, there's always going to be negative people. It doesn't matter if you are able to make sunshine or rainbows out of dirt. Someone's going to find something wrong with it. And so that's fine. I mean, that's just part of being in the public eye, and we get that. Unfortunately, it's part of being in the public eye. And we get that, but that's not who we are. And, we're okay with those people, and we're okay to just be rid of them. So we'll just ban them and delete them as soon as we find them and go about our merry way.
And that's the other thing is Ashley and I, we have no secrets, you guys. You guys know who we are. We don't hide anything. And, and that's why we feel so comfortable showing you aspects of our life, showing you our kitchen that's a wreck right now, I mean, just showing you who we are and how we interact with our family. And then our extended family that comes in, aunts and uncles and grandparents, and just how we raise our children and how we talk to them. We don't have anything to hide. And so, these people who attack us, I feel like, they're projecting something that they're going through. And that's something that you have to understand, is a lot of it is projection on something that they're dealing with, they're struggling with, they're feeling. And they want to just project it onto somebody else. And so, we've tried to be, empathetic of that and understand that, there might be something going on there. And there's no hate. There's no love lost, but there's no hate either. And so we just, like Ashley said, we go on about our business and we focus on the positive. And, we appreciate all you guys doing the same. Your comments have been incredible. And we see you guys, rushing to our rescue and really just sending love. And that's all we need. I mean, you guys continue to do that. We'll continue to do what we do. We promise you that. So thank you. And thanks for bringing that up, because I know that wasn't part of that original question, but I'm glad you did. We're going to end on the one last one, and it kind of touches on what we did this morning, so I'll let Ashley handle this one. And then we'll be off until next time. But this is from Kimberly Young, and she's asking about infertility and tips about how to keep the hope and how to pay for it, etc., etc.
Okay, so Kimberly, I am sorry that you're going through that. It really is one of the hardest trials ever. I can tell you right now, looking back, hindsight, Tyson and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
I love it when she says that. I love it, I love it, I love it. Because when you think about those years of infertility, you're like, oh, that must have been horrendous, and it was.
And it was. But that's the thing, is like, if you would have asked me 6 years ago, hey, are you grateful for this trial of infertility? I probably would have said no. I would have been like, no, this sucks. Like, I don't want this. I want to just have my babies and be done. But now I see the reasoning why, and I see how strong it made us and how it prepared us for something so much bigger than we ever could have imagined for ourselves. And I know everybody's story is different. Not all of you who are struggling with infertility are going to end up with quadruplets. I get that. I mean, some people's stories end in adoption. Some people's stories end in just being a mother to other children around, and they're maybe never able to have children of their own. There's so many different stories of other people's success, and you have to find what your story is and just keep moving towards your story. It's not easy. It's not an easy road. And it is definitely difficult to go through. But honestly, I've written several blogs on this, so if you guys want to go to GardnerQuadSquad and just search GardnerQuadSquad.com and search infertility, I've written several blogs on how to keep hope and stuff through infertility. And my biggest tip for keeping hope when you are literally at rock bottom and you literally have not even a shred of hope left is it's okay to give up for a minute. I feel like it is such a hard battle to go through that sometimes you have to just stop for a minute. It's so hard. It's so emotionally draining. It's so emotionally straining. And there were plenty of times where I'm just like, I have to give up right now. I have to give up because I cannot emotionally take one more second of it. And I have to give up.
And we did. We took a break here and there. We had to.
You have to be able to get through it. But the point of taking the break is so that you can build yourself back up and get strong enough to dust yourself off and keep pushing forward through those goals that you want. Keep pushing, because it's probably not going to be the story or the answer that you want right now. I mean, heaven knows I never once in my life ever asked for quadruplets, although now I would never trade it for anything. But I can tell you right now that that was not something that I ever had thought would be a plan in my life. And it's a hard battle to go through, but you have your own story. You have your own success story that is coming. And if you just keep faith in God and just keep moving forward, you will find out what your story is and what your path is, and you'll be able to take it. And it may not be at all what you planned it to be. I mean, honestly, Tyson and I were about to put in our adoption papers before we did IVF. That was the route that I thought we should go. And we had been praying a lot, and I just really felt strongly I'm supposed to do IVF at least one time. Like, that was, I had a very strong feeling that we were supposed to do IVF one time. And we did, and look what we got. And then I have, several friends who have done IVF 7 or 8 times and it hasn't worked. And so everyone has a different story, and you get to use your story to help other people. That is why we are public like we are right now. It is so we can help and inspire and motivate people to know that there is still hope out there for you. There is still, God is there. Even when you feel like He's not, He is right there with you. And
it's a testament that things never work out how you plan them.
Never.
But they, especially in our circumstance, they usually work out better. Just keep your hope alive. You don't know what's going to be around the corner.
It might be a completely different story than ours, and it probably will be. But that's okay. It's your story. It's your story. And it's going to be perfect just for you. Keep pushing forward. Keep pushing towards something.
You can tell who the strong one in our family is.
Tyson's the crybaby, you guys. I did tear up there. That is a very sensitive topic for me and emotional, and I can really identify with what you guys are going through, all of you who are going through infertility, and it sucks. It does.
Kimberly, I've been watching your comments come in as we've been talking, so our hearts are with you, our prayers are with you. We know that it's hard, and we know about insurance. Insurance didn't cover any of ours either, and so...
let me talk on that really quick. How to pay for it. That was so hard. Honestly, what I did is I started a little side business where I was making, I started making headbands, like these turban headbands. And I started making them and selling them to raise money. And all of that money went to our infertility costs. And then from there, things just started spiraling. There was this company called, what was that company?
Trying to remember right now.
There. All Things Lovely.
Yeah, All Things Lovely.
You guys probably have seen something like that on YouTube. They did like a little video. She reached out to me and was like, hey, we struggle with infertility, and every month we want to sponsor somebody who's struggling with infertility and help them raise money.
They featured us in our story, and it really helped
featured us,
boost our sales for the headbands.
Yeah, and then they donated money as well.
It's good to network with people because you never know what doors are going to be opened, and so we got involved with a lot of these fertility runs and those kind of people. And although we were never the couple that was sponsored for IVF or anything like that, we took our booth and we set up there, and all these people who were there running for someone that they loved, someone that they knew themselves, they're very empathetic of that community. And so, I mean, I will say ourselves were really great at those events, and that really helped us to be able to put that money aside and save up. And we also had a lot of family and friends that donated too. We've been very blessed. And so, I think we got to our number and our funds probably quicker than others, and I don't know why, but I'm grateful for those who helped us along the way. I don't know if you have anything more to add upon that. Keep pushing, though, because I just have a feeling the insurance companies are going to change in the future. There's so many people that struggle with this that I have a feeling that things are going to change. And I know some states do cover it right now. There are some states where infertility is covered, and there are some companies and businesses that will cover you under their insurance plans as well. So don't give up hope. We're moving in the right direction, and that's the most important thing, is that we're moving in the right direction.
Just fight for it. I mean, it's your dream. Anybody on here who's even not struggling with infertility, everybody has a dream. And you just fight for your dreams. You just keep fighting. And sometimes in the middle of those dreams, the dream changes a little bit, and that's okay. And you just keep moving forward, and you just keep fighting for whatever your dream is.
And when your dreams come true, you keep fighting to keep your dreams. We have our dreams right here, and we fight every day to make sure that they're safe and happy, and they're loved and taken care of. And that it's a new fight. So your fight never ends. It just changes day to day. And so keep up that fighting spirit. We love you guys so much. We're grateful for the questions. And we'll probably, I want to do these more often, and I hope you guys keep encouraging us to do it, because we always have such a great time and such good interaction when we do. So I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I also want to apologize for crying during this live feed. I never mean to do that. It just happens.
Just cries during every live feed, though.
We love you guys. Have a wonderful evening, and watch for the vlog tomorrow. It's going to be a good one.
Bye, guys.